So you think you want a homestead? Come with me and I'll give you a little taste of it. If you got animals, yeah, they always need fed. It don't matter how you feel, what kind of mood you're in, what you got going on. They always got to be fed. It's raining, snowing, hot, cold. They don't care. They could care less. All they want is their feed. Black and white. Feed. So let's go feed the goats. Go over and eat. Now we've had our boy goat with the girl goats for about a month now, so we'll probably let them stay another month with them or two, and hopefully they're pregnant. I don't know. I can't tell. She looks a little fat, doesn't she? Stay with me to the end of the video. I got 5 ways to make your homestead chores easier. I'll go over those at the end. You also got to all the time manage your feed. It's always feed. You got to manage. And it's rough today's market. With every time I go to the store, it seems like it goes up higher. But you got to constantly keep track of it because they don't care. If you forget about it, I mean, they're going to be really upset. So you got to always keep that on your mind. And you got to keep pests out of your feed because nothing that'll ruin your feed worse than you get a mouse in there and put droppings in there. That feed is ruined. Or you let it get wet and gets moldy. You know, then I ain't gonna feed moldy feed to my animals. I mean, I wouldn't eat moldy food. So, all right, let's go feed the chickens. You notice one thing that when I first pulled up here, and the difference is now they're all eating, they're all happy, so there ain't no fussing going on. So that's a good thing. Now I'm making my way back up to the house with these. I'm turning around. I'm gonna go back up to the house. That way, these things are about ready to kill, so it'll be closer to the where we do the dispatching at. Okay, let's go gather eggs. These are our newest chickens. I moved these yesterday, so I ain't gonna. They don't need moved today. They haven't started laying yet, and really, I think they should have started laying. So I don't know what's going up with them. Matter of fact, I think these are the pads we use in our nest boxes, and I get these on Amazon. I'll try to leave a link in. I haven't figured out how to do that yet, but they're about $1.90 a piece, and they last. Well, this is our second pack this year, so we got 3 coops, so they last forever. I'm gonna put one in here. Maybe it'll encourage them to start laying. This is what it looks like out of the package. It's some kind of wood fiber with a paper backing, and I really like these. I mean, chickens seem to like them a lot. But hopefully that encourages them to start laying. I don't know if it probably won't, but gotta do something. I don't know what's wrong with them. They should be laying by now. Let's go on to the other coops. I do this so they won't fly up when I open the door. Sometimes they'll fly up and they'll hit that feed just right, and it'll spread it out everywhere, and then it seems like they can't find it. Man. I don't know why, but these chickens don't drink as much as them chickens. I know there's more in that other one, but man, they'll suck that water down. I could probably go every other day, but I always top it off. But you can go 2 days without water and eat. Let's see how many little eggs we got today. This is the first time I've had these 2 coops this close together because I'm bypassing, and I'm trying to work this field and fertilize it and do some weed control. But it's funny how they stare at each other. Well, there's one hidden. Looks like they might have broke one. Just got 5 out here today. Let me get a pad. I'm gonna put a pad in that center thing. Got a couple of hens in here. It gets kind of broody, and I don't know if they take up all the space and the other ones can't lay. Sometimes they lay on the floor. That's aggravating. Here, them girls out there, they're hungry. Let me put my side by side around. We'll feed them. Yeah, they know what's coming. They know what I'm good for. It got food, right, girls? I do them the same way. I throw a little out there. That way they don't. It calms them down a little bit. All right, let's go see how many eggs we got out of this bunch. Oh wow, they did good today. $16 out of this one. That's pretty good for this time of year. These old girls here now, they put out the eggs. I wish I had 2 more of these like this, but with the flock. I don't necessarily like this tractor, but boy, they put out the eggs. All right, last stop of the day. This is the last stop, and I usually check my fall plants and see if I need watering. I watered them pretty heavy yesterday, and they look pretty good. We've had pretty good growth. I think I stepped on this one the other day accidentally, and I've got a couple of I got 2 cucumbers that have died, but I've got plenty of plants to replace them. And one thing, a lot of people don't talk about is weeds. Gosh almighty, it's a constant battle with weeds. Like we've gone for 4 or 5 days, and you come back, and it's just like you ain't never even been there. A lot of people don't talk about that. Another thing they don't talk about is losing animals. I mean, that's a heartache. We don't even like to losing a little old laying hen. I mean, it's devastating us, much less a goat or we've lost a couple of goats in our career here, and what else we lost? A couple of calves. Never lost pigs. I don't know. It's hard to get rid of pigs, I guess. Yeah, we lost a lot of hens for whatever reason. But anyway, but these look pretty good. So beans are starting to come on. I'm pretty well happy with this. So I'm not gonna water this today. I'll probably water it tomorrow. Let's go down and see if these tomatoes look good. Now for the 5 things that makes our life a little easier doing chores on the homestead. Number 1, I've got some good animals right now. I've got some really good goats. There's nothing more aggravating to me than having some aggravating goats. I just soon not even have any of that. But they're calm. They like to eat, and they go out in the field and they eat. And they come back and they sleep. So hopefully we're starting a little dairy, and hopefully they're going to be good for that. We're going to start that training here before long. So that's number 5. Make sure you have some good animals that don't aggravate you. My second thing that will make your chores go a lot easier is have some good equipment. We bought this tractor new, and we got a side by side. We bought it new, but you don't have to buy new. You just have to buy good. I mean, when we started out, we started out, like I've said before, with an old 80 tractor, and that thing was a piece of junk. And we'd have to pull it and work on it. And good grief, it took longer to get everything started than to do the work. So ever since then, I've tried to invest in good equipment. And this side by side is one of the best things I ever bought, because before I'd ever do it in the truck or in my tractor or walking, when you're carrying water and feed and all this stuff, and it makes it a lot easier and faster. And it's a lot, especially when you get older. I know a lot of you might be in your 20s, and I was at one time. I didn't think much about it, but now I'm getting close to 60, so this right here saves me a lot of wear and tear on my body. Number 3 is a good dog. I'm just kidding. She had to come over and get in the picture. Number 3 is watering systems. When I first started out, when we first moved here and we built the barn, and we got some pigs, and the pigs is, I don't know, our barn's what, 300 yards? I mean, 300 feet from the house. Then the pigs is another 100 feet. So I'd carry water from the house all the way down to feed them, water them pigs or water them chickens or whatever we had. And it got to be such a burden. I just quit raising animals for a while. I mean, it's horrible. So now I've got a water system. I got a spigot at the barn. I got one down at the greenhouses. And I'm probably going to put one over on this corner somewhere at some point. That way I'll have like a little triangle where I can catch everything I need to easily. But right now it's not bad, because I either fill up at the garden. I got some jugs I fill up, or down at the barn. But make sure you put some thought into your watering system. We didn't think it, and it's kind of an afterthought. We finally got one down at the barn, and I know it costs a little money, but it's worth the money. So put some thought into that. Number 4 is good containment. And what I mean by that is good fencing, good containment in your barn, and good containment for your, like we got out in the pasture. And you don't have to do this system. You can do, like we talked about, maybe getting some electro fencing and put around some of our chickens and do stuff like that. But the reason you want that is twofold. I mean, I guarantee you, you're going to come home from work, you're going to have a horrible day. It's going to be raining. Your wife's mad at you. Your kids are mad at you. You're going to look down there, you're going to see a goat running down through that field loose. So you have to go down there and get it. It's rough. It's awful. And the second thing is, like I've already talked about, we have bad hawks and raccoons and predators, stray dogs. People drop their dogs off here, and they want to come over and eat your chickens or whatever. We used to let them when we first moved out here, and this was a gravel road. Nobody came out here. We could let our chickens run loose, but since it got more populated, it seemed like it's brought the raccoons and everything else in here. So number 4 is contain your animals. And number 5, you got to have some good backup help, because there's going to be times where you're going to have the flu. You're going to have to work over. I've got a job where I have to work a lot of overtime sometimes. You go out of town, and they're going to have to know what to do and how to do it and all that. So, my wife is my immediate backup. She knows how to do everything I know how to do. And then my kids are our backup. As a matter of fact, they used to do it all when they was in middle school, high school, but now they're going to college and all that. But it's just like the other day, me and my wife, we had to go to a church thing. We was gone for 4 or 5 days, and my girls took over, and it came you can look back at the flood, and of course they had to go out and feed in that, but they did it. So you got to have some good, dependable backup help. And that's my 5 things to make your life a little easier on the homestead. Just remember to keep it kind of simple when you're starting out, and don't get overwhelmed. I mean, holy cow, I'm the world's worst. I'll go down there on that garden and I'll plant. And then all of a sudden, 2 months later, we're picking. And then you get overwhelmed. So just kind of keep it, don't go more than you have to. We appreciate you watching the videos, and we post 3 times a week. Give us a thumbs up. You can subscribe right down here, and we'll see you in the next video.